Okay, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. So it looks like we potentially have a potential move coming up over here on the 15-minute chart. Okay, so a little bit of a breakdown, and there's only a couple of people here so far. But looking for an extension of this move. Obviously, we've had a bullish move up. Just change the color. We've had the bullish move up. You can see that. Waiting for this 15-minute candle to close over here. You can see how we've been creating levels of highs and pullbacks, forming support. So if this 15-minute candle can obviously close above this high at this point, we should see the next candle wick down and then continue moving up to fill the 4-hour range. But we're going to see what happens, because now it's starting to break above the highs. So potentially might have to sit this one out, but we'll see. If we have enough range, we've got about 50 seconds left. What's the range? Got around 30 seconds left over here, so you could expect the 7 AM volume to continue this move bullish, right? You know, since we had a weak 30-minute candle, we then had a wick down, and then it's now filled the wick. So we should continue moving bullish over here. 1 hour candle's nice and strong. 15-minute candle's closing strong. Okay, so 30-minute candle closed strong over here. You can see the 30-minute candle over there. Pretty good. So I got in a buy over here. And we're basically having to expect now that the 7 AM volume is going to continue this move bullish, coming up to around 151,620. But we're going to go break even around 151,560. So basically my analysis here for this trade, obviously what I look for is continuation of movement. So for me, we can obviously clearly see prices going this way. That's our first tick. The second thing for me is that we've obviously closed above the highs over here. So as long as we can respect this high, and with the volume we can, you know, flip, break the high, whatever, then we can continue moving bullish, come over to our 4-hour level, which is where pretty much would go break even, and then look to extend that move coming up to around 620. So for me at the moment, I just got into a buy. So first trade of the live stream over here since we've been back. But yeah, so how I would basically manage this trade, always have extra strategy in mind. Couple of things. Whenever, if we get a closure, you know, back below the range, back below this resistance, then I would just close out of that trade. Same way if we got a candle kind of engulfing my candle that you know, that created and broke above the high, I would then exit that trade. So we're already moving bullish over here, moving into profits. Moving pretty nice over here. Got a couple of pips here already, which is beautiful. So you can see here we're moving bullish, coming up to our break-even target very soon. So we're going to go break-even around 151.560, which would be very nice. So nice and early in the trade over here, already moving into profits. So we've got good confirmation. We've got 7 AM volume coming in, so it should be good. Obviously, we always want to see, okay, what would be the condition to say that price is not going to continue. Well, we're going to have to look at the smaller time frames for that, and obviously make sure that price does continue moving in our given direction, right? If we start to see the 15-minute candle pulling back, engulfing, like I was saying, this candle right here, then we just close the trade, right? You don't hold that trade. This is a specific type of entry where you're looking for that continuation of movement, right? You can see we've only got like 5-6 pips to the 4-hour level. We've broken above the resistance. We should at least get to this level. Whether we're going to reject here and come down is a different story. So that's why I look to go break even at my next target level, and then we can expect a potential continuation to get some good pips to start the I suppose to start the new month, but it's not really the new month, it's actually the last day of the month here today. So we've got a nice tight stop, only around 8-9 pips below the previous 30-minute candle, and we've got our break even target at 151.560. So once we hit 151.560, pretty much you could argue that this is well, not pretty much, it would become a risk-free trade. But remember, you know, there's no guarantees, you know, these trades are going to win. It's one of those situations. So this is my analysis, right? So for those of you, I know there's only a couple of people on at the moment, but I know that some people do just like to copy pretty much. So we're not going to, not so much about copying, stick to your own analysis. That's just my analysis. So everything that I do, I just show the process. Right, so you can see right here, we're in the live trade right here. We're up about 2 pips. See, we're running over here. So we really do this. Well, I really do this. Literally come straight on and we get an entry. Yeah, I was kind of lining it up before the stream. So yeah, I was just getting ready and stuff, and I was like, okay, as soon as I'm looking like I'm ready to get into a trade, we'll start the YouTube. Okay, we're moving bullish over here. Nice, we're approaching our break-even target. Should be pretty good. Just a couple more pips away. 151.562, but I also remembered that there is a slight area around 151.515, but it looks like it's okay with it so far. We haven't really rejected anything yet, but I would keep in that area just a little bit in the back of my mind. Okay, so good thing is so far the first 5-minute candle moved bullish. Obviously that's not necessarily doesn't necessarily mean a lot. It's very chilly this morning. I still work out in my cabin, so it's very chilly. But yeah, hopefully we can get this move up to our break-even target, and then we can try and let a runner run. Try and get that move up. GJ moving a bit wild this morning, it may seem. We should have some good volume because yesterday was just pure range, so I mean in theory we should have some good volume here today. Got 4 people over here. Nobody's really talking. Well, good morning to you 4 people that have showed up this morning. Good morning, good morning. Come on, GJ. Let's go. Yeah, once we hit 151, 560, like I said, we'll be making this a risk-free setup. Nothing better than knowing you can make your trade a risk-free setup. Hey mate, just joined. How much pips you wait for to get BE? I don't wait for a certain amount of pips. I just look at potential rejection areas. So we've got a 4-hour resistance coming up, so we could easily tap that and send us all the way back down. So that's where I'll be looking to go break even, basically. Yeah, I don't have specific pips, I have specific targets. Same with take profits as well, to be honest. I don't really use the 10 pips anymore. I look for where's my next target. So I know that my first target is very close, which is where I'm also looking for reactions. So that's where I'll go break even. After that, then I look for where's my next target that I can take profits. Okay, but yeah, we're really struggling over here. Maybe that 515 level may be a bit more important than we think, but we'll see. Still going with this trade, but until we get the exit, until I get the exit signal, I'm still holding this trade, right? You know, we can have a wick, still finish bearish over here. We can still close bearish right here like this. Still going to be holding this trade because we have not closed back below where I'd want to see that close for me to exit the position, right? Plus, we haven't tapped my break even yet, so there's no reason to go break even. But it's only a few pips away, you see, so that's why. Yeah, it's like 6 pips away. Okay, it's 4 PM in Australia. Oh, okay, nice. So fair play being. Oh no, 4 PM, not AM. Still pretty good. Good morning, bro. Good morning, morning. Good morning from Kenya. Nice. Yeah, it's great to have a few people on this morning. So we're just waiting to see, basically, because this 5 minutes kind of pulling back, but it's okay. The next 5 minute may want to continue this move, right? So we'll see. We're still bullish at this point, and we literally had a couple pips away from where we wanted to go break even. And then you can put your feet up, right? You can put your feet up, you can relax, and that's the main thing. Always good to hit break-even target, because then you can sit back, you can chill out, and you can know that it's in the market's hands. It's in the market's hands once it reaches your break-even target. Oh, beautiful! We nearly came up to break the high. Once if this 5 minute candle breaks this 5 minute wick, then we should be good to continue this move up. But it's teasing. It is. Because the reason as well why I have specific break-even target levels is because we could, you know, tap this area right here and then just reject. You know, we could dump down. Reason being, it's a 4-hour resistance. You know, you can get to these levels and you can see some big reactions. So if you think about it, why would you buy into a strong 4-hour resistance? Well, that's what someone's going to say to me, and I'm going to say that's a fair point, and that's why I'm going to watch for reactions or at least go break even, because the lower time frames are giving me a bullish sentiment. But yes, we could react at this point, we could do this, but I don't know that yet, so I'm going to wait to see if we're going to do so, or basically just go break even, because if we're not going to react to it, we should just continue moving in that given direction. But yeah, I really want to see this 5 minute push up, because it It could make a bottom wick, but I'd much rather it just break the high and continue. Well, we all would. I don't know if anyone's in these buys, but remember, you know, stick to your own analysis. I don't take these trades for people to copy. I take these trades because this is my trading way, and it can educate you live how to manage your trade, where to take profits, however you want to play your trade. But the point being, this is how I do it, and it can give people some help and insight into how they may want to go about doing the same thing. So it's not so much here, come join the YouTube, come make some money. Obviously there's a degree to that, but that's you know, if two people got the same analysis, then that's fine. But we're not looking to have it's not always about trying to get the same trade, right? Some people might have been in buys already at this point. But we are just slowly moving here with pound yen. 7 AM volume has let us down today because there is hardly any volume here today yet. We've got around a minute for this 5-minute candle, so we'll see. GJ is a master of wonders. Can see it range for a long time, and then I can see a big ass move. I'm in gold buy right now. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll check out gold in a minute, but just want to keep an eye on pound yen over here because we are approaching the break even target very soon, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. Here we go. It's breaking the highs on the 5-minute, which is perfect. So hopefully last minute should give it a little squeeze to the upside. Here we go. Now broken the high on the 5-minute, moving up to our break-even target on 151.560. We've got 40 seconds for this 15-minute candle to close, and maybe it's gonna retrace before we close, and then the next candle, right? So now we're really gonna have to expect this 30-minute to stay bullish, because our first 15-minute candle has clearly gone into profits. 5-minute candle looking strong, looking pretty good. We're literally very close to our break-even targets. Got 10 seconds left on the 15-minute candle. Yeah, I'll check out gold in a sec. We've got 5 seconds left. 4 seconds. Yeah, I really want to see the next candle hopefully open up and start moving bullish. Okay, we're approaching our break-even target, and wicked. This is now a risk-free setup. Now putting stops to break-even, guys, and we're making this risk-free. So you can see right here, I've got around sorry guys, so you can see I've got around 5-6 pips right here with a bit of spread. So we're now gonna hold this trade at break even, and if we get stopped, we get stopped. If not, then we're gonna run and hopefully continue up to our TP. Yeah, I do like what's the word? I do like how obviously Raja likes to show how he's in a certain trade by showing his MT5. So I thought I'd do the same because it makes sense, you know. It shows people here, look, you know, this is what we actually do. This is the live trade. This is where I executed. This is where I put the money where the mouth is. You know, none of that. Oh, you know, I'm in buys right now, and then they don't show the profits, don't show the process. So I think it's important to show, you know, that we do this, right? So yeah, we are risk free, and we've got TP set at 151, around 151, 610, 620. So now we're gonna wait and see what happens with this 30-minute candle. But it was literally, yeah, basically tapped my break even. it was, yeah, 0.2 of a pip. So I'd still class that as a safe place to put to break even, to be honest. So you guys now should, if you did take the same setup as me, you should now be in a risk-free position, so you can sit back. Obviously, if we do react to the 4-hour R, then you know you're in a good position to say you're in a good amount of profit, and that you should be okay with if we do reject, right? If we reject, then you're gonna be, you know, you could sit and draw down and whatnot. So this is why I like to get my trades to break even pretty ASAP. So yeah, this should be a risk-free setup for you guys if you took the same trade. If you didn't, obviously it is what it is. But same way, if it hits stop loss, it is what it is, right? When you put stops to break even, that's what happens. Anyone got any questions here today? I'm going to take a look at your gold buy in a minute. We're beautiful. We're moving nicely now. We're moving up and above the 4-hour level. So if you aren't, then I would highly recommend going break even now, because this is obviously a point where we could reject, right? You have to understand, if this candle starts to flip, then you would be probably in a good position that you're not going to be taking a loss, because if you put stops to break even now, remember, we should not be rejecting this area if we're going to continue this short-term movement. Okay, let's take a look at gold then. So you're in a gold buy. Where are you in a gold buy from? Oh, GJ, she's moving up. She's moving up. Got around 6.5 pips over here. So we've got targets at 151.610. It's around 11 pips. So at 11 pips, and we are approaching targets. We are approaching the target. So hopefully we should continue. But remember, you know, now you would say to yourself, well, I had 6 pips, right? If we start to reject here now, it's probably not going to be looking good, right? So this is why break even to me is very important. You know, really want to see this candle continue in the given direction. But it looks pretty good so far, but obviously we'll wait and see, because there's no guarantees, right? Okay, let's take a look at gold then. But I'll let you guys know if we start, well, you probably would know if we start moving back up again. So if you're in a gold buy, where did you get in a gold buy from? Mikamiwakawak something. Sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody, but yeah, cannot pronounce that whatsoever. But yeah, where did you get in a gold buy from? I think 6 AM maybe would have been a good shout. But apart from that, you know, gold at the minute. We spoke about gold to an absolute T yesterday, by the way, can I just say. We literally spoke about the fact that your job, let me just point this out, your job yesterday, we literally broke this whole down on the stream if those were here. So your job was to wait for support anywhere above here. We said that, right? Now go and understand what happened. So we had this pullback, rejections of previous zone, support formed on gold. So who here took advantage of that and found an opportunity once they had a support formed on the higher time frame, once they got that confirmation? Who here done that? Right, so you want to go back and see. Okay, so now you start to build some consolidation. Right there, 1 AM Asian session, beautiful buying opportunity right there to continue up. Okay, let's check this out. 1817.52. 1817. 1817.52. Oh, so you literally going about. Oh, GJ. Sorry, guys. GJ is approaching target. I'm gonna come back to you with your gold buys, but GJ is moving bullish. You can see here I've got around 7.5 pips, which is beautiful. 8 pips. So we're gonna see if we can watch this hopefully move up to our target at 151.6, around 610. You can see right here. You're gonna see this whole thing live. Here we go. 8 pips. Ooh, ooh, maybe not. Maybe not our time yet. Okay, we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer here. It was looking good, but we're not through yet. But we had about 7, 8, so we are approaching a point where we could have some profit secure. But listen to this: if this trade now rejects and hits stop loss, and you didn't put stops to break even, I'm sorry, but I cannot feel sorry for you, because at the end of the day, we spoke about this. Even if we come up and above the 4-hour R and it starts to reject lower time frames, right? Then you know you didn't pay attention, then yeah, it is what it is. But you can see on the 5-minute now that maybe we're going to start finding some rejection, but it doesn't really matter because we're risk free, we're break even, so we're just going to wait it out, see what happens. We've got 5 minutes left of the 30 minutes, so maybe the last 5 is going to give us a push. If not, it might pull us back. But we're risk free, right? We are risk free, and that's what that matters to me. And following my analysis, we nearly had some profits. Looking left as well, there wasn't really anything there that. Yeah, no, I'm kind of looking at this area, all this kind of area right here as a potential target, because this is a zonal point. There's a little area right here around 151, 580, but I'm not really too bothered about that. Not really, because I'm focusing on this zone right here, this resistance, and then these clean candles to the left hand side. But we'll sit and wait here for GJ for a minute, because actually we'll go back to gold for a minute. Okay. Oh yeah. So 1817.52. Sorry. So you got in a gold buy 1817.52. So you basically got in a gold buy right over here. Yeah, I think that's a little bit dangerous, to be honest, because we have a big zone over here. Yeah, I think that's quite dangerous. We have this big zone over here. I personally would want to wait till we're above this area. Personally, if it was me, I'd want to get in a buy probably around 1870, 600, some form of a support over here. I think right now there's a potential for it to come back in the range, but obviously I think that it could work out, but I think it's going to be very dangerous because we have not broken this zone right now. We have not broken this zone, so for me, I think it's quite dangerous to be in a gold buy as it stands. Like right now, I think it's a little bit dangerous. GJ, as you can see, is pulling back. You know, like I did say, we've got to watch this 4-hour resistance. Now, that's not to say that the next candle's not just going to continue up, right? That's not to say that you close your trade here because you're worried it's going to come back and stop you out. No, it's just about understanding where reaction points happen. So you can see how we had a couple of 5-minute candles that are wicking above your 4-hour resistance, but closing below. So for me, obviously this is why if we pull back now to my entry, it would not make sense to hold that trade, because look what happened. We move into profits, we come to a rejection area, and you don't react, then it's on you, so to speak, right? So now we just want to make sure this 30-minute closes bullish. Ideally, we want the 30-minute to close above our 4-hour R. Otherwise, how are we going to expect it to continue up to the next target? It's going to be very difficult. So now is a point of waiting to see what happens. But yeah, you can see this 15-minute, it pushed up a lot more into profit. You can see that, and then now it's now starting to retrace. But yeah, I had about 8.5 pips, and then yeah, now it's starting to pull back. So So got stops at break even, and just gotta wait, see what happens, right? Just gotta wait and see what happens. Okay. Nice to see you back, HTG. Oh, thank you, Jayan. Nice to hear from you too, mate. You're in the same trade. Break at 585. 58. Oh, you're in a trade from 585 on GJ. Yeah, I mean 585. Yeah, it's tricky there, but where I've tried to get in made sense to me, but I think 585 a little bit tricky where you've taken entry. Not quite sure how you've got the entry, but either way, I hope it works out. Well, I hope it works out because I'm in this trade as well. So we're moving slowly back up, which is good in the last couple of minutes. But yeah, no, great to hear from you, Jayan. Appreciate showing up today. Ramsey, hi. What is this pair? This is pound yen. This is pound yen. This is GBP JPY. This pair right here. Sorry, 485. Oh, 485. Oh, okay. Yeah. Makes sense. I was gonna say 585. I was like, how did he? What analysis was that? But yeah, no, makes sense. Yeah, so you can see here now. Look at the 5 minute now. This is why you have to watch at these levels. Very important. It's pulling back at this point. 5 minutes started to show signs of rejection. Now we're starting to pull back down. So unless we get this candle finish bullish, then potentially we've found an area where we may start to retrace, right? Potentially, but we'll see. Look at the 15 minute now, very weak in the last 30 seconds after this whole move up. So it definitely in some way is finding a bit of rejection. 15 minute candle now also flipping bearish. Yeah, it's finding rejection here. So this is why it's very important to keep an eye on these levels. Very important. So we'll see how the 15 minute closes. Doesn't really make a difference to me really because I'm break even, but just for the point, obviously we want to keep an eye on the trade and make sure that it still looks good, so to speak. So yeah, at this point, 15 minute candle obviously did close below. 5 minute candle also created a rejection, right? We can see we're starting to reject this 4 hour level. So in theory, yeah, it's very tricky. Unless we have this 15 minute basically come and fill the wick and break the high, then I'm not too sure that we are going to continue moving up based on what the previous candle did. Plus, if you do look at the 30 minute, where did it close? Closed below. So you can see how it wicked above and we did find rejection. Yeah, it still closed bullish, which means your trade's still valid, but just understand where it closed, understand what the lower time frames are doing, right? So then you can just, like, let's say someone's analysis isn't to go break even, their analysis is to just hold this trade. Well, you want to start paying attention now, because for you need to understand that there are rejections happening. When you see wicks and then candles closing below a key level, that means there's rejections occurring. So you need to be conscious of that. But new 30 minute candle is slowly moving up. But it's not to say that this isn't just creating a top wick to come down, right? So we'll need to see. Probably the first 5 minute candle close for me to know whether this is just going to be another rejection. Because if you think about it, look at these 5 minute candles, right? If you got another 5 minute break up into that zone and then start to flip, man, there could be a nasty pull back down. right? So just bear that in mind at the moment. That's what I'm bearing in mind at the moment. But if they keep printing bullish, then we're just going to respect this run, right? But if we don't, then we're back up about 7 now, but going to be very cautious. I'm not expecting this to run back to target, because I always knew that if we see reactions at 560, you know, there's no guarantee that we're even going to get a win here today. But I knew that I wanted to go where I was going to go break even, because you're not going to secure profits at 6 pips, right? Not really. It doesn't really make sense. You can if you really want to, if that's what your analysis says to do, but for me, that's not really worth my time, right? Trying to take a trade to get 6 pips. But what I can do is at a 6 pip target level, I can just make sure that maybe we're not going to reject there or find rejection, and that we can move on to my next target where I can get more pips, so to speak. You just closed gold buy 11 pips. Oh, nice. Okay, nice. So you did get a win. I was gonna say, I think it made sense. Like, you know, the bullish bias. Don't get me wrong. But I do believe that the way you got the entry was a little bit tough. This 30-minute candle, the 7 a.m. Yeah, made sense. But where you got in was a little bit impulsive, because you hadn't broken the zone yet. I think the next 30-minute candle, when we were speaking, was your better entry, because look, if we put this as a zone, this candle right here had not broken out yet, but this candle had. So you could go with the shot on the neck candle. So now this candle would be your profits. You know, just a little bit more patience probably would have got slightly better entry, in my opinion. That would have served you a bit better, and will serve you better in the long run, in my opinion, again. But yeah, gold is nicely moving up, so you should see a nice push on gold here today, coming up to around 1821. I would be very surprised if it doesn't, because look at the 4 hour. We literally broke this 4 hour move down yesterday. For those who were here yesterday, this whole move was broken down, higher time frame, lower time frame, everything, right? Spoke about what you need to look for, what your job is as a trader, and how you can find this move using that as a target. Okay, but GJ is actually slowly moving back up. I got around 7 again, but yeah, we'll see for the minute, because yeah, we'll just wait and see. Not expecting any miracles. 30-minute candle going to bottom wick. This could just be a top wick. If we start to flip, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to come down and reject here. But if it doesn't, then happy days, right? Happy days. 5-minute candle, yeah, it's looking alright. It's looking pretty good. It's closing up and above. If it doesn't, then we know why. We know what's more than likely going to start to occur if we're finding more and more rejections. Oh, already look at that. It's already moved down, this new candle. This new 5-minute candle is already trying to break this top wick. This new candle. So never expected a miracle. But I do hope people are, if they took the same entry as me, in my opinion, risk free. I do hope so, because this could just come down hard at any point. Because look where we are on the 4 hour. 30 minutes just flipping now. Look where we are from a 4 hour perspective. We're in a big rejection area as well. You have to understand a couple of things. We're in a big ass rejection area. That's resistance right there. You've got all these rejection wicks, and you have this resistance right here. So we could easily find rejection in this area, 100%. It's actually, in fact, quite a dangerous level to be trading, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, at the minute, it's tricky. Very tricky. Yeah, but you can see here the 30-minute candle now. Like I was saying, it's moving up, made a top wick. It's now flipping back bearish, and we're now coming down. So we are finding rejection. We are finding rejection around the 4 hour level. So it is what it is so far. But we've got a decent audience here today. We've got around 20 people, which is pretty good. Happy about that. So thank you guys for coming on. Make sure you drop a like on the stream as well, please. Do appreciate that. We've called out at least a risk-free trade here today. Maybe not going to win, but at least you had an opportunity to get in, get your stops to break even, and just chill. You know. So, well, the trade's not over yet, anyway. So, but no, it's been really great to have few people join today. So, I do appreciate that. So yeah, make sure you drop a like on the stream, guys. But obviously, you may want to wait until we've either had a win or a loss here to see if you want to like it or not. But if this 5-minute flips, yeah, that'd be awesome. That would be amazing, because that would suggest this potentially is a bottom wick creation. But I'm not. Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm not going to count on it, because she's moving a bit wild. Yeah, no problem. J-Ants, 5-minute close above 570. We have a minor 5-minute support, so fingers crossed. Yes. But this is moving a bit tricky now. Moving a bit tricky. We really need to see something good here. Otherwise, this more than likely gonna come down and hit stop loss. No, not stop loss. Sorry. You know, break even. Because we're in a very tricky spot. I knew that before I entered the trade, and I knew that you know, I knew we've spoken about this. We've spoken about this. So yeah, it's looking pretty tricky right now. Just keeping an eye on the 5-minute, but yeah, you can see how we're clearly finding rejection in here, and now we're pulling back closer to entry points. So not good. It's not bad, but it's not good. Not good because we wanted to win, but it's not bad because that's how the analysis goes, right? But yeah, what would be really nice if we can find some solid rejection in here. Oh, the 5 minutes doing that again. It's now trying to retrace again, but I'm not going to hold my breath on it. But that would be, see, for upside, these type of wicks would be beautiful if it can flip bullish. That is exactly what I want to see if we're going to go up, right? Them type of wick rejections to the downside is exactly what we want to see for upside. Straight up. Straight facts. Oh, 5-minute is actually flipping bullish, so that is pretty nice, to be honest, because now this could have just been the 30-minute wick. Finding rejection in here, holding fresh support, and we're back in profit, guys. We're back up about 6. So the 30-minute has potentially just come down to big bottom wick, but 5-minute closed bearish, and it actually kind of respected bullish structure still. So potentially we're still this is still all to play for with a win here today. Very potentially. So keep your eyes peeled. Okay, we're gonna leave GPJPY for just a minute. We're gonna go over to GN. Now GN, man, there was a beautiful move last night during the Asian session. Big move. Obviously had some probably NZD news overnight. Yeah, there was some NZD news overnight. I'm pretty sure there was somewhere. Point being, obviously, is we were looking for those downside moves on GN. But yeah, now that the 4-hour is actually broken down, it's actually pretty nice move there. But we'll break that down. I think GJ is actually coming back down again. Yeah, GJ is not looking healthy this morning. She's moving a bit madness. Yeah, she's on something today. 100% on something. Just moving crazy. Oh, it's made another rejection bottom wick in the same area. But it's looking pretty good for upside if it can hold that. If it can stay like that and keep keep making those bottom wick rejections, then I'm pretty happy with that. Rather than top wick rejections of the 4-hour R. Right? Yeah, maybe not then. Maybe not. It looked good. It was wicking up. Sorry, it was wicking down. Looked like it was about to flip, but yeah, now it's actually breaking the low on the 5-minute. So it's actually not looking good now. It's actually not looking good. So we are actually approaching break even here very soon. Which is still fine. Yeah, it looks like it's having some issues over here. She's coming down. It's about to hit my stops. It's about to tap me a break even. It is what it is, guys. We spoke about this area, and yeah, I think we was spot on today with being safe and precautious. Yeah, she's pretty much stopped me. It's literally there, and she stopped me. Yep, got stopped out break even. Yeah, 100% stopped out break even at this point. That's okay though. Break even trade, so not bad at all. We have one break even today, so we'll put that up there. So we had GJ buys, break even. So it looked good. It looked good. But like what we said, you really needed to watch for reactions at 560. Broke that down, and now we've really saved ourselves some headache, because now there'll be some of you still holding these buys, and after 9 pips in profit, it's now coming back to your entry. How are you going to feel about that? Probably not too good. But yeah, we're definitely finding some rejection in here. 5-minute candle came down hard. The way that these two 5-minute candles are setting up, it was looking good that the next one would wick down and then break up, and then we'd see a big move. I'm afraid it just did not happen in that manner. The next candle did just come down, therefore it was creating a structural resistance right there. So you just have to accept and understand that. And yeah, now she's coming down. New 15-minute candle did close bearish. New 15-minute candle also is now coming down bearish. So I mean, for the minute, yeah, it's pretty tough. To be honest, for a re-entry, I'd probably want to see it actually pull back to maybe like 440, something like that, and actually create a solid support. That's what I want to see now. That's what I want to see now. I'd actually want to see a pullback, a support formed, and then looked for that continuation. But yes. But yeah, unlucky guys, those who got stopped to break even. But either way, it's a good trade. Happy with the way that we dealt with that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So technically the last trade of the month. Oh, look at gold. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Yeah, that is an ouch. Yeah, if I was looking for a GN play this morning, I would have been in sales from like 6 AM. To be honest, I would have taken those sells there, put stops over here. Yeah, it'd be way targeting down here. Measure up. Oh yeah, that would have been a really nice move to the downside. Big stops, but that's how you have to play GN. Okay, perfect. So yeah, GJ buys break even. The trading now finished. It is what it is. So potential re-entry, yes, if we get a support form down over here, in my opinion. But I wouldn't be looking for any more like continuation, because even if I was to get this 15-minute candle close up and over here, yeah, it would be nice. But thing is, at that point, then my range becomes very tricky, because then we only have this range to play with, really, and that's not really big enough for me, to be honest. Yeah, and even if I'd kept stops a little bit, you know, what's it called, directly at my entry, because what I like to do is I like to put stops maybe like half a pip or something, what's it called, half a pip above my stop loss. Even though I like to do that, it still would have tapped me with spread. So but yeah, someone might still be in this position. Still in GJ at BE, hasn't hit my stops, but probably will. Okay, I think you got a little bit of a I think you got a little bit of a earlier entry than me. Anyway, you got in at like 485. I got in at 500. That's why I got stopped, because I got stopped by spread, 0.5 spread. But that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But yeah, guys, I know we didn't have a win here today, but we at least had a break even. Maybe there's some of you that might still be in this position or have buys running from earlier. Ooh. So yeah, if you could drop a like on the stream, that would be awesome. I'd really appreciate that. So, wicked. Also, guys, make sure you're subscribed as well. Let's get those subscribers running back up. Let's get those subscribers up. Oh yeah, look at that now. She's coming back down again. New 15-minute candles just create a top wick. Potentially finding some rejection in here now. Yeah, very tricky spot. Probably gonna get a pullback on this 30-minute candle. 7:30 is usually a pullback time, to be honest. But yeah, guys, make sure you like the stream. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Appreciate everyone coming on today. Is there any final questions before we wrap up? Anything you guys want to go through? Maybe a breakdown of the trade, whatever it is. I mean, to be honest, I should have been in at like 6 AM, but I missed that opportunity, so I'll wait for the next opportunity. Go in. Yeah, I think Jayan just got stopped out there now as well. Yeah, looks like it created top wick to come down. John Wick. Hi, bro. Hi, John Wick. I swear, John Wick is a film, isn't it? But yeah, look at this garbage. Complete rejection of the 4-hour. Oh, poor Jayan got stopped out. Yeah, it is what it is, bro, I'm afraid. It is what it is. But we were so close. We were so close to target. Not far away at all. Like literally 7-8 pips. We did seem to have it did kind of react to that area, in fairness, because we had that wick rejection there. I suppose that would make sense, that we reacted to that wick at 151.596. There's not really a lot you can do about that apart from hope that it doesn't. Yeah, it's now breaking the 30-minute low. So now you'd actually be sitting in drawdown. If you're still holding these buys, you'd actually be now sitting in drawdown. So like I say, guys, drop a like on the stream. If there's any final questions, I'll take them now. Otherwise, I think we're gonna call it a day over here for the YouTube. But those in the HTG community, the live trade room will still be running. Have a great day. Thank you. You too. Have a great day. Anybody got any final questions or anything? Anything they want to go through? Anything? All good? Okay, brilliant. Looks like everybody is happy with that. Alright then, guys, thanks very much for coming on today. So obviously tomorrow will be a new month, which is obviously pretty good. Tomorrow is the start of September. So yeah, I mean, I kind of put it in my head today was the start of the month because, you know, bank holiday yesterday, Tuesday's first day of the week. So first day of the week we had a break even. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is, of course. But yeah, it was still nice to have a solid trade either way. Same analysis always. Same way of looking at it. Same approach to the market every day, and that's how you want to do it. That's how you want to do it every single time. Same approach, same outlook, everything. You know, keep things consistent. So either way, I'm pleased. I'm happy. Content. So yes. Alright guys, thanks very much for coming on, really appreciate it. Like I said, make sure you drop a like on the stream. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube, because we're going to start bringing in a lot more content. We're going to also be back on the YouTube live streams more regularly, so please do make sure you're subscribed. Do like the stream so that we can help others also find out about this stream, which is very important. But yeah, so those who are maybe looking at GJ and wondering what the hell to do right now, if you're looking for an opportunity, in my opinion, let's see if it's going to pull back, and let's see if it can create a further support. If you start to get rejection over here, like this over here, I think it would be worth a shot. Same kind of approach, really. Get into a trade over here. That you could use as a break-even target or as a target genuinely. And then from there you could expect continuation to our targets that we had in mind previously. But yeah, what would be really nice is for it actually to do that. So you could actually have, let's say, the 8 a.m. candle set you up really nice to close bullish, and then have the 8:30 candle continue that move after this pullback, because we've been moving bullish now all the way through to Asian. That's why I had to wait for continuation movement. So now this is actually your London pullback, and then now you just want to look for some form of support. Even above here, you know, you could get an opportunity for support if we pull all the way back down to here, right? So understand that, but do trade safe. Now you can clearly see markets a little bit choppy, reactive, etc. So yes. Alright guys, thanks very much. You have a great day too. Thank you. We'll be back tomorrow morning, same time, 6:30 a.m. GMT. 6:30 a.m. GMT. So thanks very much everybody. Take care. We'll